The man who communicated with animals. Valdimir Durov was an exceptional circus man and animal trainer extraordinaire, able to make his beasts perform all the acts and exercises he wanted. He assured that his success came in part from his ability to make psychic contact with the animals. At one point, these statements drew the attention of Professor W. Bechterev, director of the Petersburg Brain Research Institute. The scholar, fascinated by this possibility, tested Durov's statements with the help of a fox-terrier. The usual procedure was this. Bechterev chose a set of orders and then communicated them to Durov, who took Pikki's little head in his hands, stared him in the eye, and imprinted the instructions in his brain. As a first test, Bechterev suggested that Durov have his little dog jump over a certain chair, climb onto the small table next to it, and then scrape the picture that was hanging on it. Durov took several minutes to imprint the signals in Pikki's brain, after which the little beast went to work. Pikki, after a few seconds, leapt from his chair to another pulled up against the wall, and with the same rapidity jumped onto a small table, Bechterev reported, raised himself up on his hind legs, reached for the portrait with his right front paw, and scratched it for a few moments. Bechterev also found that he could communicate orders to Pikki himself by following Durov's instructions. However, the celebrated scientist could not rule out the possibility that he and Durov were unintentionally giving the dog the cue with their eye movements, so he later sent two of his colleagues to work with Durov and Pikki in Moscow. Durov explained how he was imprinting his commands on the animal's brain, and the scientists performed their experiments blindfolded or with their faces covered by metal screens. Even under these conditions, Pikki was able to obey their psychic orders. But the exciting dilemma has not, as yet, been solved. Could Durov really communicate with his dog by imprinting instructions on its brain, or was Pikki an animal with paranormal powers?